Wakaki Takemaru was a pioneering figure in Japanese bodybuilding, possessing a level of muscular development that was extraordinary by the standards of Japanese physiques at the time. He was known for testing his strength against elite boxers, boldly visiting the Kodokan Judo headquarters to issue open challenges, and instructing leading martial artists such as Kimura Masahiko and Oyama Masutatsu, widely known as Mas Oyama, in weight training. In his youth, Wakaki Takemaru was physically slender and small-framed, and is said to have frequently been subjected to bullying. In 1928, at the age of 17, Wakaki happened upon a book by Yugen Sandow at a second-hand bookstore. This book had been translated into Japanese and introduced by Kano Jigoro, the founder of Kodokan Judo. Deeply impressed, Wakaki began to engage in serious physical training, exactly as outlined in the book. Yugen Sandow is widely regarded as the father of modern bodybuilding. To this day, winners of the world's most prestigious bodybuilding competition, Mr. Olympia, are awarded a statue modeled after Sandow himself. Arnold Schwarzenegger is among those who have received this statue. Kano Jigoro, an educator who traveled extensively abroad, published a series of 5 essays titled Sandow's Method of Strength Development in the journal Kokushi in 1898. In these writings, Kano introduced for the first time in Japan a systematic training method based on anatomical knowledge and the use of iron dumbbells. Kano highly valued the method for its effectiveness in cultivating mental discipline as well as physical strength, and he actively promoted it as a means of healthy physical development for young people. Although Japan had long possessed popular traditions of strength feats, such as stone lifting during the Edo period, no training system of such structure and theoretical coherence had previously existed. 1 year after beginning weight training based on Kano's writings, Wakaki became captain of his school's sumo club, achieving second place in the Kanto tournament and winning a competition held at Hikawa Shrine. Watanabe Yujiro, often referred to as the father of Japanese boxing, originally aspired to become a trader and traveled to the United States, where he worked in San Francisco. After being knocked down in a street fight, he resolved to study boxing seriously. However, at the time, strong anti-Japanese sentiment prevailed in the United States, and boxing gyms consistently rejected his applications solely because he was Japanese. After much hardship, Watanabe was finally accepted into a boxing gym run by an African-American trainer named Turner. There, he rapidly improved and made his professional debut in California in 1908. He immediately competed in a 4-round main event and won by decision. Over the following year and a half, Watanabe achieved 16 consecutive victories without defeat, earning the nickname King of the 4 Rounds. California law at the time prohibited bouts longer than 4 rounds. He went on to defeat California lightweight champion Willie Happer by decision, successfully capturing a boxing title on foreign soil. Going back to 1909, Kano Kenji, the nephew of Kano Jigoro, was promoting mixed-style matches between judo and boxing, which had only recently been introduced to Japan. Kano Jigoro had already established Japan's first boxing gym, the International Juken Club, later renamed the Dai Nippon Kentokai, at his residence in Kobe. After returning to Japan, Watanabe Yujiro opened a more formal boxing gym in Tokyo in 1921 called the Japan Boxing Club. 3 years after beginning weight training at the age of 20, Wakaki, who had long aspired to become a boxer, visited this gym seeking admission. Watanabe engaged him in light sparring, during which Wakaki staggered him several times. Watanabe's expression reportedly shifted from that of an instructor guiding a novice to that of someone confronting a challenger. At that moment, Wakaki became disillusioned by what he perceived as Watanabe's narrow-mindedness, and his intention to join the gym vanished. The following year, Wakaki sparred with Seo Yeon-gwon, who would later become the first Japanese national, at the time a Korean under Japanese colonial rule, to achieve world ranking status in boxing. This encounter also unfolded overwhelmingly in Wakaki's favor. Although it did not result in a knockout, Wakaki reportedly scored multiple knockdowns. Unable to accept being repeatedly knocked down by a boxing novice, Seo challenged Wakaki to fight barehanded. News of this incident spread throughout the boxing community, and as a result, no boxing gym was willing to accept Wakaki. His dream of becoming a boxer thus came to an end. In later years, Wakaki reflected that Watanabe had been retired for roughly 10 years at the time, and that Seo was several weight classes lighter than himself, nothing to boast about. Nevertheless, Wakaki stated that none of their punches had any effect on him. He also remarked, "If I had been of the same generation as Mike Tyson, I would have liked to fight him. Even against him, I don't think I would lose." Kurosaki Kenji, who served as a senior instructor under Oyama Masutatsu in Kyokushin Karate, later moved to the Netherlands to establish kickboxing and trained Fujiwara Toshio, the first non-Thai champion in Muay Thai history, analyzed that a bout between Wakaki Takemaru and Mike Tyson would undoubtedly have been a closely contested fight. Wakaki also visited the Kodokan headquarters dojo. He reportedly asked, "How many 4th Dan practitioners must I defeat to be awarded 5th Dan?" but was not taken seriously. According to Kurosaki Kenji, Wakaki's arm circumference at the time already exceeded 50 centimeters, making it clear from his physique that he was no ordinary individual. Kurosaki suggested that the person who dealt with Wakaki may have been intimidated. Wakaki later explained that while he believed he could not match high-ranking judoka in standing techniques, he was confident that once the fight went to the ground, he could overpower and restrain them through sheer strength regardless of rank. It was for this reason, he said, that he went to the Kodokan. Approximately 10 years after encountering the Yugen Sando book, translated by Kano Jigoro, Wakaki published Kairikiho Narabi ni Nikutai Kaizo Tairyoku Zoshinho in 1938. In the book, Wakaki wrote, "Sumo wrestlers are strong only within the rules of sumo. If they were to challenge me to arm wrestling, even a yokozuna could be treated like a child." At the time, Japanese society widely equated physical strength with sumo wrestlers. Wakaki reportedly made such provocative statements out of a desire to test his own strength against them. After the war, Wakaki instructed many fighters and martial artists, including Oyama Masutatsu and Kimura Masahiko, in weight training. Oyama Masutatsu identified the essential elements of karate as strength, speed, and technique, in that order, based on his practical combat experience. He believed that raw strength itself constituted a part of technique. No matter how refined one's skills, there are limits when facing an opponent with superior strength and speed, especially when a large physique is combined with technical proficiency, in which case the advantage becomes decisive. For this reason, Oyama regarded the cultivation of strength and power as indispensable for martial artists and positioned weight training as a crucial method of training. He himself developed his body through Wakaki's Kairyokuho, centered on barbell exercises, and stated that this physical foundation enabled his later global success. He strongly encouraged his disciples to engage in the same type of training. This image shows Oyama Dojo, the forerunner of Kyokushin Karate. On the signboard in the background, the word bodybuilding can be seen, indicating that Oyama also taught weight training. Kimura Masahiko, the judoka who defeated Gracie Helio, the founder of Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, is still widely regarded as the strongest judoka in history. Despite standing approximately 172 centimeters tall and weighing under 90 kilograms, by no means an imposing physique, Kimura possessed unparalleled strength, the result of training that bordered on the extreme. Kimura's training extended far beyond continuous sparring from morning to night and included rigorous physical conditioning. As a result, he remained undefeated and dominated Japanese judo for 12 consecutive years. Alongside technique, the cultivation of exceptional strength and power was emphasized. Kimura practiced barbell training based on Wakaki's Kairyokuho and is said to have continued performing heavy presses and unique shoulder-strengthening lifts even after retiring from competition. He warned early on that strengthening power was essential to succeeding on the world stage and that Japanese judoka should engage seriously in weight training. The fact that Wakaki's Kairyokuho lay behind Kimura's victories offers an important insight into the foundations of modern martial success. It is said that after Wakaki encountered the Japanese translation of Eugene Sando's book by Kano, he trained for more than 10 hours a day almost every day. At a time when weight training methods had not yet been systematized as they are today, he built that physique in only about 5 years after beginning his training. As a side note, the man standing beside him was Toyama Mitsuru, a thinker often regarded as one of the ideological sources of Japan's political right. At the time, dumbbells were incomparably more expensive than they are today, and of course weight training gyms did not exist. In such an era, he argued that costly training equipment was unnecessary. He introduced inventive and original training methods, such as making barbells by pouring cement into discarded bicycle inner tubes or soy sauce barrels, and devising exercises that used the human body itself as resistance. Today, in Japanese martial arts, weight training as supplementary conditioning is widely accepted as a matter of course. Through these innovations, he made a significant contribution to the popularization of bodybuilding among the general public. A guide to martial arts historic sites in Tokyo and its surrounding areas that you won't find in ordinary guidebooks is now available. It also includes information on regularly held EMBU demonstration tournaments. If you're a martial artist planning to visit Tokyo, this is for you. You can purchase the book from the link in the description below.
Japan B is a channel that randomly shares information about lesser-known aspects of Japanese culture, spanning across various genres.